Welcome back, everybody, to WWTA News. I'd like to thank you again for joining us for another episode. We've got more articles to go through. So before we do, if you all could take this moment to hit that like button, it'd be greatly appreciated. And also, if you are a returning viewer, don't hesitate, hit the subscribe button. So therefore, you can always stay caught up on what's going on in the crypto space world. Now, if you got any family, friends, or loved ones you think could use any of this information, please feel free to send them a link to the channel and or the video. And with all that said and done, let's get into another article. So we've got an article here from the block. All right, from the block, and it says SEC and CFTC want help building new crypto reporting regime for hedge funds. Right, and we talk about all the time, we need to have legislation, and so this is going to help promote the growth of this space, and it's going to actually help you financially growing in value with the currencies that you hold on to. So and currencies, assets, and all the different things you're holding on to, it'll help grow, because this is the stuff we're waiting on. So let's go ahead and see what this article has to say. So this article says regulators want help assembling a regime for private funds to report their crypto exposure, right? Because this tax thing exists in the United States. I know, because we live here. They want you to report all your transactions because a lot of that stuff has tax liability, right? So it says on September 1st, the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission put out a request for comments on proposed changes to Form PF. The SEC and CFTC are the key regulators for U.S. financial markets. Form PF is a confidential filing that hedge funds make to the SEC to report their exposure to certain assets. It originated after the 2008 financial crash, which was largely a product of opaque private funds holding junk assets, most famously subprime mortgages. Right, so that was a big debacle there. The current Form PF features no mention of digital assets at all. The two regulators agreed to a joint proposal to add digital assets reporting early in August. The proposal would add a new sub-asset class for digital assets and define the term digital asset. The request for comment explains. So, right. So I know if you go to Coinbase, I'm just going to share some thoughts real quick. I know if you go to Coinbase, you get an actual breakdown when you're looking up currencies or cryptocurrencies. When you're looking through Coinbase, it's a breakdown. It'll tell you which ones are DeFi, which ones are currency, which ones are like securities. So because they do a breakdown and separate them, it takes you into these categories in which you know what you're dealing with. So the only exchange I know of doing that right now is Coinbase. And I know everybody will say, oh, we hate Coinbase, it's regulated by the government, Well, I'm going to tell you again, you need government regulation, because a lot of nefarious activities happen in the world, and this does open up a doorway for nefarious practices. So you need the legislation. All right, so with that being said, that helps. If you go to Coinbase, whether you use it or not, if you go to Coinbase and look up the coins that they have through the categories, you'll see which ones are considered what. And again, legislation, they're working with the United States government. So I would use that as a tool to find out what you're holding. All right, but let's continue. The question that appears in the request for comment are consequently pretty foundational. Should reporting entities have to identify the specifics of their holdings by name or by type of digital asset? Should there be different standards for fiat, redeemable stable coins, and central bank digital currencies? And should tokens that represent equity be another class? All right, so that's that right there. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough one. We need the legislation, so they need to separate and figure this stuff out. You are going to pay taxes because you're dealing with the UCC. So Universal Commercial Code, and that's business. You know what I'm saying? So in order to conduct business, you got to deal with these things, and they have to give us legislation on this stuff. They have to give us clarity on this stuff. They have to put everything properly where it needs to be. And we're going to, as U.S. citizens, right? You're going to pay taxes to the government as a United States citizen. That's just what it is. However you feel about that doesn't change the fact that as a U.S. citizen, you're conducting business through the United States with your Social Security number. That's your business ID number. And if you went out and created a business and you're using, an EIN, you're still conducting business with the United States. So you're going to pay those taxes. Sorry, that's just the way it is. I don't know. Maybe I should make a video on some of those things and help people understand it a little bit better. But as a United States citizen, you're going to pay taxes, and they're going to do legislation on this stuff. And yeah, man, I don't know what else I can say about that other than prepare yourself. So yeah, the SEC and the CFTC, key regulators, right? They're going to start figuring out, because a lot of big money's in this space. And again, you got institutions coming in like BlackRock. So when BlackRock brings in their clients, wow, we're like 37 trillion they're bringing with them. So you're going to need clarity. You're going to need legislation. They're going to have to be able to track these things, and you're going to pay taxes on this stuff. So this is more or less important for institutions, for retailers such as ourselves. We already been down this road. We've been in this space for a few years now, and hopefully you all are using some form of coin tracker to keep record, and so you get your files at the end of the year. You print them out after you pay your little fee, and you can file taxes on that. I do believe I've had videos of that, past videos of that, but if I have to bring that up again due to comments, I guess I have to bring that up again. But anyways, that's what I have for this video. So yeah, man, we've got the SEC and the CFTC building new crypto reporting regimes for these hedge funds, or basically for institutional adopters. So yeah, that's all I got. I'll catch you all in the next episode.